Hello, welcome to our today's Mobility Update interview. My name is Wolfgang Weiß. My first question is to you, the audience. Do you know about mobility by Bodaboda in Tanzania? Maybe not. Let's talk about this mobility case of last mile mobility and the project behind in Tanzania. To get the right picture, I have the pleasure to talk to Mr. Ericmorrow, who will drive this business in his country. So welcome, Mr. Ericmorrow. Dear Eric, please introduce yourself and your profession.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wolfgang Weiß, for giving me this opportunity to present myself, to present my company and our current business in Tanzania. So my name is Ericmorrow. I grew up in Tanzania and went to University of Dar es Salaam, graduate with political science and sociology. So I've been living in two continents, two countries, Tanzania and Germany. Here in Germany, also I studied international social work, and at the moment I'm working with immigrants here and refugees in Germany. So, but not only that, so the story behind of establishing my company as diaspora, that we want to make change. We want to make development in our countries, especially me in Tanzania. That's why I came up with the idea of introducing a Techno Roads Eye Tanzania Company Limited.
Okay. To get our right audience, who should be listening to your message today?
Today, I want to talk to financial investors. I want to talk to technological investors and visionary people who want to invest in Tanzania and who want to make Tanzania a better place, who want to go to with me to Tanzania to continue with our business.
Okay, so now we are interested. Please describe the mobility demand you want to solve in your country.
Yeah, of course. Bodaboda is an electric motorcycle. And in Tanzania, there is a lot of fueling motorcycles. So the motorcycles are used as tax and delivery of services. So tax for transporting people from one place to another. So it's like a last mile mobility. So we see that in Tanzania, there is a very big problem of last mile mobility. This is one of the problems. Of course, in many countries in Africa, you see that. So what we see that there is a high demand of motorcycles in order to transport people and goods. So the idea is to come to the market to find a solution. The same means a motorcycle which can solve the problem of fuel motorcycle. As you know, or if you don't know, but most of the the people in Tanzania, they know that now if you see fuel motorcycle, there is a problem of high fuel and operation cost. But not only that, you see that there is a problem of high maintenance cost. For instance, oil, changing of oil, for instance, brakes and services. So all of them, there are the problems which are happening in fuel motorcycles. But not only that, you see that in most of the fuel motorcycles, there are the sources of environmental pollution, when you talk about noise and gas emission. So the idea is to come up with electric motorcycle. As long as you introduce electric motorcycles, that means that you will have a low energy cost. And also, not only that, we see that there's a low maintenance cost. So because what you can make maintenance is only brakes maintenance. So we see that it saves until 60% of the income of those Bodaboda tax riders. So, but not only that, when you go to the environmental issue, you see that electric motorcycles, they are environmental friendly, no noise, and no air pollution.
Great, got it. How did you do a kind of research for possible demand in your region?
Yeah, of course, we did 8-month pilot project. We started last year in August, and through our pilot project, we see that many people, they were very interested in Emo Bodaboda. When I talk Emo Bodaboda, I means electric motorcycle, the project which we introduced. So they were very interested on that. So we did marketing awareness. We went to the different newspaper. We did a lot of interviews. We used social media, and we see that there was a high demand. People, they were coming to, people until now, they're coming to our office, they want to buy the motorcycles. So until now, I can even tell you that we have almost 2 companies which they do last mile delivery services of food and drinks, delivery services of medical services, so medical pharmaceutical company. But not only that, we have almost more than 100 young men and some young women which they want to be Emo Bodaboda tax riders. So the demand is big.
Okay, you give the word big. Can you please describe the estimated market size so that we have some figures on our hand?
Yeah, I can estimate the size because our plan, we as Emo Bodaboda, until to the end of 2022 to have 2005 Emos which have been driven on the street of Tanzania. But not only that, we have almost 5 people which they showed interest to be distributors around Tanzania in other regions. So that I'm talking about almost 3,000 electric motorcycles, which we can, until to the end of 2022, we can have them on the in the market in Tanzania.
Okay. Do you own already a budget for your first pilot, or do you need financial investment at all? And what else you are looking for?
Yeah, of course, I'm looking for financial investors, and also I'm looking for technological investment.
Okay.
The budget, yeah, the budget, of course, our first budget, we didn't get a budget like from the investor or from the government. You know, to start a startup company in Africa or in Tanzania, it's not the same like to start a company in Germany. In Germany, there's a lot of support, but in Tanzania, there is a support, but most of them you have to start yourself to prove the concept, to show your innovation, which you are bringing in Tanzania, if it's working. So we use our private investment, the saving which we had. Our good friends, they supported us so as to start the business. So we have a proof of concept, the pilot project. We have big demand. So what we need is to provide the units.
Yeah. Okay, great. So who will be the business counterpart in your region? Is it you in person? Is it your company? Or is it a kind of part of the government?
All of them, I see them as people which they can be involved in electric mobility ecosystem in Tanzania. So starting from Bodaboda riders, electric motorcycles riders, normal citizen, which they don't want to stay in the traffics, you know, if you use a last mile mobility, you can change, you can come through, you can come early in your job. But also we see some companies which they produce products like what I say, drinks or delivery services. We see them as partners. We see them that we can work with them. But also the government of Tanzania, some of the ministries like Minister of Education, teachers, they can use our electric motorcycles. We see the Minister of Tourism, also they can use our innovation, our EMOs, in order to protect our national park. So we see that there is a very big ecosystem in Tanzania which we can cooperate together, and also technical university. Now we are talking with the University of New Ulm in Germany, so as maybe they can support us on continuous herbs, introduction of herbs and such things.
Okay, great, thank you. But on the other hand, do you see kind of blockers? Do you expect during your project, and how will you succeed?
For me, I don't see as a blocker, but for me, I see it as a challenges. And for the challenges, you have to find a solution. Because Bodaboda electric motorcycles is a new technology which is coming in Tanzania. So there are problems like charging infrastructures, you know. There's electricity is not full the whole time. So this is one of the challenge what we see, and the solution for that is to find to introduce swapping stations, to introducing charging points. But not only that, the other challenge what I see is financial support, and this is what I'm looking now. As long as we get financial support, we can invest more in electric motorcycles. But also the lack of enough manpower in electric vehicle ecosystem in Tanzania to support the issue of mentoring, the issue of workshop, people to know this technology. Yeah, so those are the things that I see as challenges, but every challenge, at the end, you will find a solution as long as people, they work together.
Okay, so please give your call to action for investors, e-motorcycle vendors, or motorcycle sharing platform vendors, or maybe charging infrastructure vendors too. What should they do now?
I invite, as I say before, financial investors. I invite technological investors from abroad, especially from Germany, to come to Tanzania to invest together. And I'm a very big believer in green energy. So the market in Tanzania is open. They have to come now, to start now instead of waiting. We have the proof of concept. So the only thing I just say, please come. This is the time now. Okay.
As you are in Nuremberg right now, is it possible that these persons also meet you here in Germany, or is it necessary to make the first meeting in Tanzania?
They can first meet with me here in Germany. We can discuss on how we can cooperate together.
Yeah.
And also to go in Tanzania to see that project and to see how we can work together. So it's not a problem. They can communicate me. My email address, they can see there down. Even my website, it is there. So they can contact me, and also my telephone number is there.
Great. So thank you, all the best. Eric, I wish you all the best to do the next steps with partners, which you have may reach today.
Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me this chance to explain my business, to explain the ecosystem in Tanzania. Thank you very much, Mr. Wolfgang Weiss. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Eric.